Systems come on green. YouTube seems to say that we're live. Buff, I think we're live. I think we're good to go.
Live?
Yep, I think we're good to go.
Live. Hell yeah.
Well, alive is a strong word to use in this, but live might be practical. What is this? This is twice now you have pulled out a chair of some random sorts and started doing things at the start of this stream. Twice. You realize that, right?
Yes.
Friggin' awesome. Hello. Mission control, we have liftoff. Yes. Sorry, guys, that we're so late, but we were doing some important business, and that was this.
We made a promise.
I present to you the Blue Ribbon Roadster. It is now officially live on the Steam Workshop, so if you go in there and you search Blue Ribbon Roadster, you'll be able to find the Misadventures of Buff and Wally Roadster. So let me show you what we've done to it since last you saw it. Last you saw it, it looked like this, and Buff and I were having some difficulties trying to pipe exhaust and figure some things out, and, you know, the general hubbub of building and scrap mechanic. See, Buff? I told you. Look at the front end on this one. It's sagged.
It did. You were right.
Yeah,
It
no,
does.
somehow
It sits
the
itself.
suspension just squishes down and it sags. So, check it out, everybody. This is the original Roadster here. We've got it, you know, we had, what is it, 3 cylinders per side, so a V6 with a small oil pan, fan, kind of crowded because, you know, we had this going on. Otherwise, you know, nothing much changed with it. But this is the Blue Ribbon Roadster. This is, right now, the finished product. I'm sure that we'll have some tweaks that we'll be making to it in the future as it goes. But it's got a new independent front suspension system. It's got a brand spanking new, shiny new radiator setup with horns and a big block V8 with headers on there, the whole 9 yards. It's got headlights you can turn on and off. And works pretty good. Shall we take it for a spin?
We can, yes.
Let's do it. While you... I swear, this is weird. Like the last time, you just had me delete it, but you had me... okay. I'm terrified to know. Oh, we did discover something cool with the suspension system out of the front one, because I snipped it. I literally cloned the car. Slapped the suspension
I actually
down.
noticed this first, but Wally played with it and found out more interesting things.
It's, it just kind of stays there. And if you hit it, it just kind of scoots across the ground. We haven't rightly figured out what's going on with it, but somehow the suspension and the way that they push against each other and everything else just... It wants to suspend itself, which is fitting for, you know, suspension, but still. Don't know. So yeah, check it out. We designed a suspension system here for you so that when we put it at a downward angle, the wheels would finally stay perpendicular, which was a horrible problem that we had with the camber on the wheels on the original design here. When we pitched them, the wheels were just at too much of an angle. They were something like that. See how they just aren't flush? That was bad. So, Buff, let's take it for a spin. Let's show it off. Buff is talking, but Buff is being very quiet because Buff is, you know, just randomly here building something. I'm not sure what he's building. So I'm going to take this for a spin for you guys and let you experience all that is great about it.
Okay.
Actually,
yep.
Buff.
What?
So, yeah. Here we go, guys. So it's got park lights, except for when it goes in gear. Brake lights come off. When it goes in reverse, it gets backup lights. Buff, get in the driver's seat so I can show off some of the finer points of this beauty. Okay. So, when you enter the vehicle, you activate the engines, the whole 9 yards. Your fan starts up. You can see you've got pulleys and fans and everything else going there on an active live engine. Looks pretty cool. Sounds really cool. It's just awesome. Today is not a group event. We do promise that we will come up with some group events in the near future, though. Alright, so, you know, just sounds good, sounds mean. It is mean. We've got the exhaust that pipes down. We cut some slits here so you guys can see the mufflers buried up underneath the car. Yeah. Let's take it for a spin. Buff, you want to drive it or you want me to?
Well, I'm already in the driver's
Let's
seat.
see what you can do with it. And I'll show off how well this front suspension system drives. So, you'll see each wheel will independently move to cup the ground and to hold it nicely. They aren't tethered to each other, and by God, this thing does like to just haul. It is a drifting monster and total madness of chaos. So, if you got a lot of friends that play Scrap, or, you know, as I'm sure most of you that are out here watching are playing Scrap, go on to the Steam Workshop. You can now download version 1 of the Buff Wally Blue Ribbon Roadster and have some fun of your very own in our first publicly released creation. Try to get on some flat ground here, man. This grass doesn't make showing the suspension very easy. Yeah, there it is.
Alright.
Drives like a beast. Drives like a beast.
Let's see if I can make the suspension derp.
So it does have one fatal flaw with it, guys, that we're going to work on fixing for you. And that is ram it into something, Buff. That always does it.
Hi.
The suspension sometimes breaks. Oh, you stalled it.
I did.
It doesn't like to go on mountains just because, keep in mind, this would have been a carbureted machine, so you get too much of an angle and your floats won't work and your carburetor shuts off and your whole engine stops working. So, Buff's trying to derp it. He's having a lot of trouble trying to derp it, but X-Team Gaming has a bus that they want to show us. Cool. We'll look forward to seeing that. We'll have to get together with you in a bit.
Yeah, I was trying to do all that in 5th gear.
Can I join you guys? Because I'm already friends with Buff. Not today. Not right now, I'll say. You know, we might have a join after the stream is over. We've got a plan to make another vehicle for you guys today. We're going on with Car Show Part 2, obviously. And we're going to see if we can have some fun. And Buff has, like, slid us down a mountainside now. So I'm not sure what he's got going on.
I stalled the car.
Yeah, I can tell. So we'll have some fun, and we'll hit it up. And we'll go from there. So, Buff, if you want to take us back to where we need to go, we will.
All right.
We'll proceed to go build the next vehicle, which was actually a suggestion out of the last video. Someone wanted to see us build a...
I rolled the car.
Yeah, I see that you rolled the car. Someone wanted to see us build a... let me put the car around, because... Someone wanted to see us build a sort of an older sort of crank start vehicle, one of that type of looking era. So we're gonna do that today. Buff has an idea on building, and I have an idea on how to give you guys a... I don't think you'll be able to pull out of that.
Nope.
And I'm stuck.
Ejectocito broken.
Oh, no, hang on. Buff, I'm going to override. Get in this seat. Get in the seat. I'm going to override the safety switch.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe now you'll be able to do it.
Maybe.
Come on,
Here am I in.
fool.
Aha!
Oh, the hammering inside the car seems to work. Hey, the ejecto seat ejected me this time. Good, good. Move forward, you pig! Can you make a T20? Like a Ford Model T20? Maybe. I think that might be what we're after. So, Buff, take us home. I'm gonna check.
This thing definitely loves to cruise in 3rd and 4th gear. Well, I think I'm close, but I could also
not quite
be
what I'm
very
thinking,
far
but
up.
you, Buff, need to... Where the hell did you... I think we're on the wrong side of the mountain.
Yep. No, it's okay.
It likes the roads, so... How's the drag car coming along? I think that's what Buff was working on here just a moment before.
Let me guess.
And you stalled out.
Ozzy.
Yep.
I did.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll have to work on the security switch. Maybe see if we can perfect it a little bit more for you guys. But, because it likes to stall out. Alright, Buff, I say let's just take the Albatross.
We could. The Albatross? You want to spawn in that lag monster?
Well, there is a guy that hopefully will join the stream, and he'll pipe up. I got a couple of guys. I was telling them about the Albatross earlier today, and they want to see it in action. So yeah, we're gonna have to fly it at some point. Oh hey, here's our stuff.
I knew where I was at the whole time.
And you left it in the only possible gear that it can run away from you in. Oh crap! And I dropped it. All right. Thankfully, it can't go far in reverse. But it does have a safety feature that even if you are at like max speed and forward gear and you hit the wrong button, since our build doesn't require you to be holding W, it'll stop the car for you guys. So you won't get lost. It looks like Buff's working on a drag car right now. So
yes.
Anyways, let me find a picture here for you. Should I find a picture or should they just have to watch and see what we're gonna build? By the way, I'm going to can this Roadster, because I think I already have it saved, so. But I'm going to delete this one, because it's old, and as nice as it was, it is not the newest version. There's a random engine that's here on the ground. I'm deleting that, and I'm deleting the Ural engine. By the way, yeah, this is a crate version of the Ural engine, for anyone who's never actually seen it outside of the Ural. It's a monster of an engine. So, I'll leave the suspension, I'll leave my tester, and this Roadster, I'm gonna... You know what? We've got it saved now, so I'm just gonna can it. By the way, guys, this is the fastest electric-driven vehicle we've made, and it's the only vehicle that has managed to keep pace with our Ural when our Ural is field stripped and set up as a racing rig. And you got to think that thing... Oh my god, do not delete. Oh my god, okay. No, I'm doing it right. Okay, I thought I was about to delete the blueprint. I about panicked, Buff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so... Alright, so I got to test something here because we're doing an old crank start vehicle. And, of course, I get it in my head. Can we make cars for the show, too? You know what? That is absolutely a fantastic idea, and I don't know why Buff and I hadn't thought of it before. If you guys have cars that you want us to show off in the live stream for these little car shows, these are like prep for the car shows, right? So we're going to have a big car show and a big hoorah, and yeah, that'll probably be a public event that we do with you guys. And you bring people in, show off cars, and have fun and things of that nature. If you want to make and design a car for the show, by all means... design it, hit us up, send us a link if you share it on the Steam, or whatever you guys got to do with it. One day, you guys will get 1 million. I know you will. Oh, buddy, I hope we do. I hope we do. If you want to help us out with that, make sure to like, subscribe. You fall into these habits of speech when you start doing YouTube, and you start to sound pitiful when you do it. is the only way I can describe it. Pitiful. Here I am begging for likes and subscribes like a bum. Ugh. Wow.
Wally's bumming it.
Yep, I'm bumming.
Anybody got $1?
Dude, I'm sitting here just staring at my screen. I took my hands off my keyboard and mouse right now just because I'm so disappointed in myself. Anyways, if you guys want to help us out with growing, that would be fantastic. And the biggest way that you can do that is to actually just share our content. You know, if you got a friend that's interested in this, share it with them. You know, post the videos on, you know, whatever you got to do. Post links on YouTube, or excuse me, on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Just give us a link from YouTube and call it good. You know, that'd be great. That'd be great. So, what we're doing, though, is we're going to test, can we make a crank start engine? in Scrap Mechanic. And ideally what we want to do with this is I want to make it so that...
Oh! Jesus!
Oh my god!
Joker wanted that. It needs wheelie bars. It's definitely a work in progress.
All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, this thing explodes. Right, so that was only slightly terrifying to have come hit me in the back. Alright, anyways. Buff, we gotta get to work building, man. We're 15 minutes in.
Oh,
15 minutes in after being 15 minutes late.
Right.
So, here's what we're gonna do. We want to see if we can make a crank start car. And the way that we're going to make a crank start car is by using some sensors and some timers. And we're going to see if we can wire together something pretty awesome. And the biggest thing that I want to do with this build is we're going to put a mini transmission in this one. So, you know, it'll have a forward, maybe a forward low and a forward high and a reverse. But we're only going to use engines for this one. We aren't going to actually stack them via... we aren't going to stack up electric motors like we usually do for the big transmissions. By the way, interesting thing for you guys. I'm going to show you this to explain the principle on why we do it this way. We've had people in the past ask, why don't we use engines instead of electric motors? And that is because of this one simple reason right here. So this, by the way, was a differential that I had built, and it works. It works better now that you can weld bearings all together and stuff. But the main principle that I want to show you here is these arrows. So you see all these arrows? When you actually engage the transmission... Oh boy, these are all at max speed. I don't want that. I want all these at 1 speed. Because I want to show you guys the principle of this. At least the way that it used to work. So, there we go. Engage that. Turn it on. You can see it turns the wheels. And you can actually see the orange moves. So it putters along now, and it spins all the other oranges at the exact same interval and speed. Now, when you shift up into second gear, you'll notice that everything's spinning faster because gear number 2 is spinning in addition to gear number 1. So you have the remaining gears spinning faster. This can only work when you have equal torque applied. So what happens is, engines in this game provide you with a constant speed, but a variable torque. And motors in this game provide you with a variable torque, but a constant speed.
Nope, other way around. Variable speed, constant torque.
What did I just say?
You said the same thing twice.
Oh, yeah. So, as you can see here, the speed changes and gets faster with each one. So engines provide a constant torque but a variable speed, and okay, start from scratch. Engines provide variable speed but a constant torque. Motors provide a variable speed but a constant torque. And so if you have all the torques the same, they'll stack. But if you have one torque on the end that spins a lot harder than the others, then it doesn't stack. It just overrules the first bearing and winds up spinning backwards on itself. So, and it's kind of dumb, but as you can see, you know, the wheels spin pretty fast. So it should be spinning this fast on the ends of the tires, but instead it spins this fast because they're all stacked up. And so that's the basic principle of our transmission. We use the stacking torques and a series of logic gates to do that. But what I want to do is I want to basically take a very simplified version of that, and we're going to put that in the body of a car. Buff, are you making this thing a 2-seater?
Nope.
You got to have at least 2 seats, dude. These old trucks were a 2-seater. So at least it's got to be a very narrow chassis, but it's got to be a 2-seater, man. Besides, otherwise right now it's an even base, and that's going to be a bitch to put wheels on. Especially with the way that we put wheels on. Fair enough?
All right.
So, what I want to do, though, is I want to make crank starts. And I think I figured out the best way to do this. I need to have a series of sensors hooked up to a series of Alright, I need to take this off lift. And see how it lights up each sensor as it goes past it? So the theory here is that I can get these sensors to time out just right and do a pulse. And so the end result here will be something like this. And we'll run this through the body of the vehicle. And then give it a whack. And that's our crank start. So this will stick out of the front of the vehicle. And so you actually have to get out, turn on the, so you'll have to get in the cab, turn on the power, and give it a crank. And if you do it just right, and you hit it fast enough, we're going to see if we can make constant pulse to turn on an engine. That's the goal right now. We're just testing the electronics of this, guys. So I'm sorry it's going to be a little bit boring for a moment. Why? Are there 2 gaps in there? No, it's only one. Wow, that looks wide.
I know, right? This looks way wider than the Roadster.
But it's got to be about the same, isn't it?
Yep, it's identical.
What if we used 3 wide seats? Huh? Older style, use the 3 wide seats.
No.
You sure?
We're gonna go with this. I'm not changing anything else. Screw you!
Okay, whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna put these there. We're gonna tether these into this. Oops. And if I want this to put a pulse, we'll figure out the tick rate in a minute. Okay, so that'll go to there. What we do is we want to hook right. I'm being dumb. I need my initiator. And then I need my 4. And the 4 probably don't even need to be 4. I bet you I can do it with 3. Yeah, I can do this with 3. I don't know why I was thinking I needed 4. So, what we need is we need the start switch. And the start switch has to go to the initiator. And has to go there. That's if all the link triggers are active. Oh, that's why we needed the 4th. No, well, no. We'll get this figured out here yet. Having a dumb moment, guys, so sorry here. This is going to take me a moment.
Wally, that is not uncommon for you.
Figure out. Yeah, right?
God damn. It's in text messages. I hate text messages. Okay.
I know what I want to do. Just can I get it to work? That's the big question. See, and then that'll charge those capacitors. So if I set it up just right, they'll all send a signal. And they'll all tell this one to turn on. And when that one turns on, I had this planned in my head earlier. Now I can't quite.
No, that's not small enough either.
Oh boy, that's gonna be bad. Okay, we gotta get away from that.
Okay, we'll let Wally deal with that. Damn, it's an even base. I want not base. Wally, what's going through your head?
What's going through my head? Trying to figure out the best way to make this work. So I need to figure out a way to keep a constant power supply active while at the same time figuring out a way to shut off a power supply.
Damn, that's even base too. Wally, we might have to make this even base. Just for aesthetics.
Come on. Might help if I turn that on. Okay, here we go. Really doesn't want to do it, does it? Gotta get that timing down. It's gonna be the hard part, but I gotta figure out how to... Give ourselves a little flag here to let us know if that engine kicks on.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I need wood. You're doing something that's causing lag.
I had an idea on the best way to do this. For the life of me,
It'll all be pipe. That's glass. That's good.
I can't figure out how I was going to do it. So our little flag might be broken. We're just going to delete this off of there. A little bit too much. So that's what's happening right now. As it's pulsing. Which is not what I want.
Okay. We need a suspension system.
Okay, we're going to try something crazy. I have a feeling this is because it just has to hit its ticks. Buff, I need your help over here, though, please.
All right.
Stand in front of the other side's sensors. Nope, over here. On the front.
Oh.
Other side of the
Oh.
crank start.
Okay.
Stand in front of those. I'll stand in front of these. And a signal. But that's not going. They're providing. Get out of the front of those. I think we got it. I think we got it. Well, that was unexpected. Okay. Okay, so that one has to be if all. That's if only one. Any. Turn it on. Crank it. Oops. Alright. I think we got this. So if I crank it that direction, this one needs 1, 2, 3. Is that a 1 second? Is that a impulse? That. Give that. Right? Alright, here we go. Let's see if this works. Not quite long enough. Okay, so. Let's do this. Let's do a 1. 2. 3. Hold on, Buff. It ain't ready. And a 4. Okay. No, 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 no. Piss off. Come on. Fire, you big, beautiful beast! Wrong way. It's directional. It's directional in its timing, Buff. Because see, watch. If you stand in front of that sides and I stand in front of this side.
Instead of a metal block or whatever block you have right there, make it wood. Spins faster.
Maybe. Stand in front of that side and I stand in front of this side. That's it, dude. So you got to turn the power on and you got to crank it. So stand in front. So boom, all the blocks have been activated. Sequence hits. And now it's running. And then you kill the power in the cab. And the motor stops. The switch won't let it engage. That is it! Yes! Yes!
So freaking excited.
Yes! Okay. That is exactly what we needed right there. Yeah. All right. That is exactly what we needed. So now it's just a matter of getting the timing. The timing is everything now. We know it'll work, but we just got to get that impulse just right. So if we crouch down in front of the vehicle and we crack our crank handle, you gotta hit it so it doesn't hit you though, which might be easier said than done apparently. Just gotta time it so that all of this hits at the same time. Which, it would help if I'm testing timing to make sure the system is actually turned on and ready to work. Okay. Okay, so... if we add a little more of a swing. Well, it fired up, but it's at a very rapid pulse. I'm not sure why it decided to pulse. So these can be at 0. And what if those are at 2? Let's 2, and let's make that 3. Oh, I see it. It's hitting, but if we do that, hit this. Yes! All right, Buff. I have the hardest part done.
Good.
Okay, well. I like the look of it. I like the front so far. I think the bed needs to be higher up the back of the cab is where we're missing it. It's not like a conventional truck nowadays where the beds are equal. Think of it this way. They were on solid frames, so the wheels are in the same spots. The cab's lower, but the bed rides above the wheels. The cab was lowered to nestle down in between the wheels. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I'm going for, guys. So, take a look here. Think of these two as our shift levers, right? Or, hell, even just one. Well, no, because we want to do 2. We want to do 2. We want to see if we can do a high and a low speed engine. This is the basic principle of the transmission. So you see, we got that, we got that. We'll put those up to 1 torque. Alright. Put each of those up to 1 torque. And that should work just fine. So, here's what we got. So, if we want to go forward, by pressing W, we'd have a safety switch in on this one, and that would disengage whether or not it would work. So, take for example, here's our safety switch, and we build these into the bottom. So, this has to have all triggers activated to work. Activate the safety switch, activate that, and that wheel would typically spin. Matter of fact, it will spin if I disengage it from that one. See? So that is exactly how our transmission works. And then when we activate gear 2, it goes even faster. Which it might work with a single and a high speed. This might work pretty good. So, and then when we disengage off of this, it shuts the whole system down. Now, what we're going to do here is take this pulse. We're also going to hook it up here. We're going to hook it into there. So, in other words, now everything's ready and we should be driving forward, but we can't drive forward because our engine isn't running. So what we got to do is we got to come out here, and we'll leave those on for now, just for the sake of example. So, see, nothing works. We got to come out here. We got to start our engine. Now we wait. Oh shit! Was the main power on? Got to turn the main power on, otherwise none of it works. But see, we had enough stroke. Crank start worked. Started the engine. Whole 9 yards. Now when we step on this, aka we stepped on the gas, our wheels will start moving. Awesome. That is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Right there. Okay, Buff. What you got coming along, buddy? I need to start implementing and building into it. Oof. What the hell you got going here?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Chaos? Total destruction and chaos? Is that what I see?
Mm-hmm.
Pistons, huh? Alright. So how do you want me to implement this engine and system?
It's up to you. I left the front end for you.
Right. There's not a lot of build room in there, is there?
Mm-mm. Not at all. Coming down. Ah, yelling timber.
I don't think there's enough room in here, dude. Okay. Do we have any recessed or hidden area that I can put things in?
Under the frame. That's about it.
Mainly timers and wiring?
Yep, pretty much.
We're kind of starting backwards with this one, aren't we? We built a cab and went from there instead of a frame and building up.
Mm-hmm. That's because I already had an idea of what I want it done.
Alright, so I'm going to install the engine and start sequence. I actually need to test something real quick as well. This will determine whether I can have that inline or
Okay, hold on. I need to test something.
whether it will be out of alignment.
Damn.
Turn on main power. Start engine. overriding because of that. So what if I... ain't gonna work. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to put the crank start separate from the engine fan then. That's what this whole test was about. So crank start has to be separate from the engine fan. Because otherwise it just ain't gonna work. Engine fan's gonna have to be dead center.
Damn.
I see what you're trying to do. I see exactly what you're trying to do.
And I think I need help doing it because I can't get the bitch to cooperate.
You're trying to make a dump bed, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Easy. I know exactly what we need to do. All right?
Well, so do I, but
no,
I don't remember how to do it.
I got it. I got this.
Sweet. Good.
I got this. I got this. Okay. Grab that. Grab that. You need to weld. Good. Done. All right. Pull the bed off.
The bed off?
Pull the bed off.
Oh. Got it. Aha! Okay.
Can you hoist the bed up? Okay. Now release bed. Oh shit. That ain't gonna work either. Oh, no, yeah it is!
Yes!
Activate. There you go, Buff.
Sweet.
Dump bed. I wondered what the hell you were doing with pistons. I like it. I like it a lot. So,
well, because it is a work term. God damn it, stupid tire.
It rides really high.
Yeah, they kind of did.
Yeah, I know.
This is like...
I'm trying to think. So, I need more engine space, dude.
Okay, so make the hood longer.
Alright, well, we need to... Might have to expand outwards as well. So, we need a centerline crank, right? Pop. That'll be easy. I need...
No, that's too long.
That's too long. Don't worry. I'm fiddling right now trying to think of a way that I can do this well. No, the extra length isn't going to do it. I almost think it needs to...
Good, because the extra length looks horrible.
Okay. We need to make a frame. We need to stick true to ourselves and a pattern, and we need to make our frame with our drive wheels and build our cab on it, just like they would have. We need to start with foundation and bodywork first, and then build outwards. So backwards from how we built the Roadster, at least for engine wise. We're gonna have to build the shell around the engine.
Okay.
So
I can live with that.
All right, let's make some frame rails. Let's do this. We got this. So,
okay, so
narrow, good, but I think we can go one wider on each side with that main frame.
Why is that? Why is that?
You think?
Why is that?
Because your bed's wider on this side. Your bed's not centered.
No, you didn't center it, dumbass.
I snipped the blocks out exactly where you had them.
Maybe I didn't center it, dumbass.
All right. So, hold on. I feel like we need a little wider frame. Don't go too crazy here. Don't go too crazy. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Metal frame rails, right?
Yeah. Metal A-frame.
What do we got? That. You think that width for a frame?
Yeah.
We could go one wider, because it is kind of a wide setup. One wider each side.
I honestly don't know what you're doing.
Frame. Base ground frame.
That looks like a Y-wing.
I know.
Star Wars.
That does. So how's that for width of frame? Think tires ride just outside frame. And that falls damn near in line with your metric that you've got. Plus, you could also center piston that. You could put one piston in the center. One hydraulic cylinder. Instead of having the two on the outsides, you could one hydraulic cylinder it. And then have two more studs coming up on the outsides that rest against the bottom of the trailer. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, Buff, we need a wheelbase. How long are the wheels? Pull out big wheels, and let's slap these sons of bitches on here, and let's figure out how long we need them.
2, 3, 5. Axle is 5 wide.
Axle doesn't have to be 5 wide, though. That's the kicker. So
I'm saying this back axle is 5 wide.
Yours is? Okay. But what I'm saying is all the space I need one for reverse. So on the center line for reverse. Does this become even? This has become even. That's why this whole thing looked off.
You built it.
I know. It somehow became even on me. That looks better. That looks better. That looks better. Okay. So I need reverse, drive, drive. Yeah, dude, this is all the wider we have to have the wheels. Literally that wide. That's all the wider we need them. How wide are
That is the
yours?
exact width of my chassis.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Got concrete frames. So that's the exact width of the hood. Would be how wide those are. So we could increase the width and have that frame. That works. That works. Okay. So, how wide apart do we need this? The cab's got to be how many deep? 1, 2. I like that. I like that placement. If wheels are right about there on the front, you think? Come to the side and look. Because the wheels were really far forward on those old things.
They were. But we do need to drop it down like 2 blocks.
Oh my god, we need to drop it a lot. Don't worry. This is not where I want it to be in the final. How long is this?
I just built.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's figure out how long that wheelbase is.
Okay. Easy peasy. I
came up with 24.
Oh, that's how many? Haha. Yes, you did.
Okay. All right.
God damn it! You just made this hard as shit.
Why?
Adding Never mind.
What do you mean? Trust me, this is gonna fall together real quick, and you'll like it.
I know. Why do you think I painted instead of adding blocks? Because I don't like deleting individual blocks when I can delete the line.
You can also delete a line if you drag out and just change the way you drag it.
Shh, 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 shh. Don't tell nobody.
Excuse me.
No.
There. That's the wheelbase that I've got. Does that seem accurate to you?
Where is it? There's...
Eesh, it's long. We can delete this.
No.
The transmission guide? You need it?
Nope. Guess not.
No, I'm genuinely curious. I hadn't seen what you were doing with it.
I hadn't started.
Well, then go for it.
Okay.
You moved it, and I thought you were going to move it to delete it because it was just there doing nothing. Don't get snippy. Okay. How does this look for a wheelbase?
Is it the exact wheelbase that this one is?
It looks like it's 24 units.
Units.
So, if it is 24, one.
Instead of units, we're going to call it cubitons.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. A 5x5 is a buff. A 10x10 is a Wally. Anything else is cubitons.
So hold on here. I might be wrong. Yeah, so that's 24. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4,
Here we go. That's the speed I wanted.
We're extending this by 1.
All right.
Okay, here you go, Buff. This is the wheelbase we're after. Good,
Okay.
It seems long. How long is the Urals? Because the Ural climbs and covers hills really well. Is the Ural
I never count.
really
I never
that
counted the
long?
Ural. Here's the Ural frame.
Oh, okay. I'm going to delete my whole Ural then.
Yeah. I got the frame right here. That's about the same as the Ural.
Let me line up the front wheels here.
Oh, I was just going to do that. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, dude, it's
It's like
the
spot
same
on
as
with
the
the Ural.
Ural from front to back. Interesting goes, why do I get the feeling this car is slowly driving Buff insane? Because you're probably not wrong. So, Buff, I'm thinking solid axles on this one.
Yep.
More of an old school truck style transmission. Solid axles into, we should come up with leaf springs for the back. And I would be down with making a modified suspension system like this for the front. I bet you I can make a suspension system like this for the front that'll hold the front. Well, no, because, if we can just come up with leaf springs and then use basically the system that you've got on the back right now for the front, that'll work great.
I'm thunking. Hold
Okay.
on.
So, think about it this way, Buff. This right here, this is our frame. The wheels will be below our frame. Okay?
Yes.
Here you go. You have a frame now to work on. It's nice, it's simple, and it's easy.
Damn it, they were leaf springs. Damn it.
The gaps are 5.
That's not what I wanted to play with.
The gaps are 5 by 3s.
Okay, I've already got that. So let's do.
How wide do we want the wheelbase? 1 past this?
Okay, there we go. What is that? Metal? Okay. Let's build out a brick. Is this like gonna be the final frame? Because
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Okay.
How about that for the width of the wheelbase? What do you think? It's a little narrow, but it's kind of period correct.
You want leaf springs.
Yep, because the wheels will be right in line with the outsides of the cab. Yep, that's exactly what we want. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good way to make leaf springs.
I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. Build that out of wood. Differentiate color. Nope.
Dragon says he's done with his car and he's going to send it to Buff. All right, sounds good. We look forward to your submission.
One of those. Short. Yeah, much better.
Berry. So, those 3. So the center 3 are not used.
The hell was that? Too bad I can't get rid of the ambient.
Okay, Buff, I also have a question for you, buddy.
Okay.
Should we integrate the dune buggy front steering on this? Do we want this to be strictly a rear wheel or a front wheel drive as well?
They did have 4-wheel drive back in the day. I gotta pull something out and look at it. I'm gonna come over here in a different chunk.
Just so your brain doesn't get disturbed?
Uh-huh. Your proto frame build. How the hell did I do that? Well, it still works.
I just had a really weird idea for leaf springs.
I have one, but they're going to be huge. No! No! Okay. This needs to be...
A really interesting idea for leaf springs. And I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Mine are kind of big.
Uh-huh.
But I bet you their functionality is going to be pretty freaking cool. No, we probably won't look at the car right now, but we will definitely check it out. Don't worry about that. Oops. So I need that.
Uh-huh. That's what I did.
That. And by the way, mine's rough. We'd have to attach it into the actual vehicle drive system. You have to attach it to the axle slightly differently, but I just need
Got it.
actually turned out interesting.
Damn. Maybe not.
Damn, it looks cool, and it's almost practical, but Buff, it just isn't quite. I know why. Because those don't want to collapse.
Ollie, help me make this work. Come here. You have a very similar principle.
Except I know what I need to do to fix this. It's just going to take me a hot moment. Because I got to grab it. Oh! Oh, Jesus. It was unhappy with me, Buff. Fun days, right? You're just admiring that. Connor Parks asks, what's it supposed to be, a suspension contest? No, we're trying to make leaf spring suspension for a truck that we're making. So it's all part of the process. It'll come together. If it was suspension contests, I honestly don't know who would win.
Yeah, all depends on the functionality. I mean, we have some interesting types of suspension.
Yeah, we do.
Let me spawn in my proto frame real quick.
That's definitely a good one.
Yeah. If you want to turn around and look over your head, Wally, give them a basic rundown of this.
Yeah, so it was a weird sort of, it pushed on itself to keep the wheels outward.
We'll delete the forward wheels, so wheels and no wheels.
It's bizarre. Like, it pushes, it in a weird way, it pushes on itself to keep its own wheels pushed outward. Yeah, I never quite understood
what down or something.
Never quite understood what you were after with this. A little too fast. You see, yeah, it seems to like to keep them solid. But
it does. But you get going and then you put weight on it because they're lower the suspension rating on them.
They're at 1.
Oh.
I think what might be your problem is they don't have. Yeah, dude, they don't have pivot points.
You're right. They don't.
You sure this was the actual one? Oh, you know what? You fixed that on the one that you had with the vehicle.
Ubi screwed?
Yeah, I think you fixed it with Ubi screwed. So.
Wally? You deleted my dragster, didn't you?
No.
Where's it at?
I have no idea. Oh, it's over there upside down, isn't it? No, that's the... I didn't delete the dragster because I quit paying attention to it because I was working on my crank start. Good question. Where the hell is it? That's a frightening question more than anything.
Well, it couldn't have run off.
We hope. Trying to integrate a system that isn't going to want to go together. All right, so let's do this backwards right now. I'm not sure how to make a leaf spring work, buddy. We got similar ideas, but ultimately they aren't going to be... No way that'd work. Buff, I just got to thinking. The reason why our oldest principle of a leaf spring didn't ever want to work the first time was because of the way that the game rendered them together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we just use the game's new and improved physics abilities and welding tool to fix that problem? Oh shit. I lost a part in the grass. There it is. I'm gonna lose my mind if this works. Damn it. Oh my god, Buff. Well, about this, I got an interesting physics conundrum to show you. Oh god damn it. Okay. First of all, I want to see if this will work. Nope, there's really no give there, is there? What if we lower these all the way? Nope, still really no give. But Buff, I got something to show you. Watching it?
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so let's go like this. This might be the missing key. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come here.
Uh-oh, you ubi physicsed.
Bro. You have no idea. Watch this. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it stayed upright the last time I did it. So, let's just scratch the leaf spring idea, huh?
Okay.
Well, yeah, because I can't really think. I can't think of a... I don't know. I have an idea, but it really won't look like a... won't look like a leaf spring. God damn it. I gotta make that idea.
What?
My one that'll be a spring, but not a spring. Kind of. Sort of. I don't know.
That's a glitch stabilizer.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny.
No. Could it be that easy?
How easy?
Remember an old type of suspension that marveled that we were just amazed by?
We've been amazed by a lot of things in the game.
This is true. This is true.
All stuff we've built.
Not all, per se, but
Close.
close enough to it. This is either going to make a really cool suspension or a really awesome rocket ship, and I haven't figured out which it'll be yet.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing. This might be a use for the random engine. So what do I need? I need... Oh my god, Buff. All I do is just see it in the background just sort of take off. Oh, you're skinning it. That actually looks pretty good.
Trying to.
You're not even interested in the chaos I'm creating over here.
Literally taken over the entire project.
Not in the entirety. Thank you. Damn, I had to weld that upside down. That was dumb. Well, time to rebuild. Oh my god, that was frightening.
This thing does love to wheelie.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, you gave it wheelie bars. Good.
Hey, yeah. Because I kept flipping it.
You had to, didn't you?
Yep.
Ah, I keep going past the one I need.
I'd like to see who would win in a race, this or the Ural. Damn it.
I'm just gonna park this here.
Okay.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Let's just have a trans break.
Buff
Wally.
How's this for a freaking leaf spring?
Nice.
Watch.
It does work.
With variable torques. Look at this. Suck its torque all the way down. Did it just...
I did that.
Oh my god. Dude, you like made it herp derp. Dude, it crossed its arms. It's totally and officially broken here.
Oh, wow, it
Holy
did.
God. Make cannons to shoot someone and see who could be the most accurate. I like that for the future. Oh yeah, hey, tanker. Or taker. Check this out. You want to see a crank start, buddy? Well, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Turn on the main power. Come up here. Oh, damn it, that's right. I have the whole thing still bugged up. Hang on, because I was dumb and decided to try and insert the fan on the crankshaft, and that's not going to work. Oh boy. So what do you think of that suspension system? It might be usable. Alright, so, Tager, check this out. You want a crank start? You got to turn on the main power to the vehicle. Come up here. That's right, I still got the damn thing connected into the crank. Alright, here we go. Okay, here we go. You got to turn on main power to the vehicle. Come up front. Crank it. And if you do it right, not whack yourself in the head, it auto starts the engine. And then after it's auto started, then you can initiate your transmissions. Cut main power. But you can't initiate your transmissions unless your auto start's running. So, start that. Sit here, transmissions don't want to start. Crank it on. And as soon as it roars to life, Look at that. Your wheels work. Crank start complete. So, Buff, do you like the suspension even though you broke the holy living shit out of it? I can't believe that I can't believe you pulled this off.
What? Oh.
I make one nice thing and you break it. Dude, you realize,
it was
though?
Bound to happen.
This shape actually gives me an idea. What if we use sports suspension on the bottom and off-road on the top?
Oh.
Okay, stand by to grab this thing because I'm going to snip it free.
Okay.
Oh, wow, it actually didn't take off. Alright, cool. So yeah, let's try that. Let's see if we can use different suspensions. Because how cool would that be? Actually look leaf springish. Hey, sport on the top or sport on the bottom?
I don't know. Sport on the bottom.
Sport on the bottom. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Oh, crap. I snipped what I shouldn't have. So, Buff, you had some other plans on things that we should build. What were they?
Like other vehicles? Freightliner.
Yeah. So what were your specifications that you wanted to do with that exactly?
It needed to be big enough for us to, with the sleeper, have 2 beds, fully walk around the sleeper area, and be able to navigate in between the seats to the sleeper area. Pretty much that's it. Just make it fully accessible for a Freightliner.
Are we giving it a trailer or no?
No. Not at the moment. Trailers are still broken.
Well, we could weld the trailer to it. We could make a weld point just like we did for bed attachment on Urals.
Yeah.
Could make some interesting mechanics. Okay, so Buff, I am ready for trial number 2 with the what the fuck is this suspension? God, it does actually look pretty cool. Damn it. Gotta get the thing to flip so I can get underneath of it. Okay, Buff. Trial run number 2 is ready for your evaluation and whether or not you can break it. Well, let me hook up the...
Whether or not break it.
I think if we go like this... Oh, shit! I'm terrified to watch you do this, dude. Oh god, hang on. Hang on. Stop moving it so I can attach the wheel. There we go. You know, if the shorter arms were up top, I don't think they'd break by crossing.
Alright, Wally. Enter the motor and click on 0. I need you to stay in there and keep clicking around. Mostly on, well, 1, not off.
Also, this is with the, like, 0 oomph in the suspension. There. Now it's been given some oomph. I don't think it's going to break it. And then, so we can adjust the downward torque with the engine. Alright. This is almost like an air ride suspension. It wouldn't really be active until the vehicle started running. And then, I think via use of the suspension... I'm stuck. Okay. Let's soften the suspension themselves. Down to 3s. Now, just max the damn handle, dude. See if it'll break. Just blah! Trying to see if this system will absorb any shocks or just bounce back and forth. I think it's down. I think the downward force on the suspension arms are too much. What do you think? I need your expert hammer swinging.
I hate hammers.
Mallet me! We middle that.
Well, aha!
Oh, it's not happy now. I don't know what we've done, but...
I walked up underneath of it.
You know what? Let's hook this wheel up to the engine. What do you think, though, Buff? You think that'll work good for our rear end?
Yeah, very well could.
Oh my god, dude. Look at this. Look how firm the suspension can get. This isn't even max for that. Look at this.
Nice.
This is max. Max on everything. Suspension and swing arms.
Barely moves.
Solid as a damn rock. So if we drop down to there... Shall we implement it?
Yeah.
It actually looks kind of cool from outside of it, too. Dude, it turned out well. I am terrified but curious about what you're doing.
Well,
No.
Dragster...
Are you gonna fucking give the dragster a transmission?
A transmission brake.
Okay, well, now
So,
I see why you were after this.
the idea is to be able to engage a button.
There you go.
Okay, so you engage a button, and that's the transmission brake. So you hold W to gain your RPMs, your maximum RPMs, and then you disengage the trans brake, and you go without letting off a W. So pretty much you set two of these up with a line. So instead of waiting for the mark and then hitting the power button, you're already at maximum power for the engine. You just disengage the transmission brake, which engages the tires.
And you're doing that with engines?
It needs to be done with an engine because you can't get the cool. You can't get that with a motor.
The amount of torque that engines provide is just unreal.
Yeah.
All right, so that's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing how you come up with that.
Dude, I don't even. All right, so Wally, it was a miracle that I came up with this transmission alone, and the fact that you managed to be able to replicate it all the time is beyond me.
Well, I've had practice, and as soon as I
think I was just having a good. I think I was having a smart day that day.
Well, I had never bothered to look at logic gates before. You're just like, oh, what are these? I don't know. There's something brand new. Go ahead and fiddle around with them. And you just started fiddling around. And you're like, I want to build a transmission. I've got an idea for that, and I gave it to you. And you're like, oh, but I want it to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I never could be bothered enough to figure it out. And you just like puzzled for an hour, and all of a sudden you go, Wally, 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 Wally. What? And I walk over, and lo and frickin' behold, it works. So, all right, cool. This works.
Yeah, but it wasn't this organized. Like, this is your clean version of what I had.
So this system works. So here's what I'm thinking for general shape, Buff. I want your opinion on this.
Wow, they're all on and. That's surprising.
Yeah, so they all have to be active to work with each other. That was the secret.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm thinking, if we build this right, build it around the center line of the axle. Okay, Buff.
Huh.
I'm terrified of what I'm about to do. How should I make it so that this suspension system works with our drive axles? Any thoughts?
Or
how I should make this work with our drive axles?
Oh, sorry, what?
How should I make this suspension system work with our drive axles? Because our drive axles, we're going to use what? The standard blue blocks for drive axles, right?
Yep, and it's going to have 2 gears, 2 forward gears, 1 reverse.
Yep, so... Oh, there's a thought. And so obviously the suspension is mounting just outside of the frame rails, right? Or is it just mounting below the frame rails? Buff.
Sorry, logicking. What?
You're fine. I need your help. We're building this son of a bitch. I've got suspension worked out in my head, and I've got the drive system worked out in my head. I'm sorry that took so long. I know it held up the entirety of the project because my damn complicated drive system has to work with the chassis. So the chassis had to be built before I could install the drive system. But here we go. I need your help. How high should this frame sit off the ground?
That right there.
Right there?
Yep.
So what? One more down on the wheels? Or contact with the wheels? So let's take a look. I think... You want that?
No. Higher.
One higher? Really?
Yeah.
Good God, you're going to have to climb up into this thing.
That's kind of the point.
Okay. Consider
It's
it
not a
done, oh
car.
great Swami. So question for you. Do you want these leaf springs to sit right on top of? Or do you want the axle to be in line with the bottom spring? Sit on top of or in line?
I'm not sure. On top of mine. That's hard. All right, show me. All right. The top suspension should be one under the chassis.
One under the chassis?
It's
right.
leaf springs.
Alright, so the top suspension is one under the chassis, and we want the wheel hub to be anchored two in. So you want, just to be clear, the bottom of the frame, by the way, you're going to have to frickin' crawl your butt up into that seat. So are you going to make step sides?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you realize the frame's going to be that high?
Yes.
So we're basically not making an old school pickup. We're making an old school work truck.
Yeah.
Oh, well, its wheelbase is basically Ural sized. Okay. Okay. All right. I follow you now. I thought we were going after more of the old flatbed style pickups. Interesting. Goes, so I was designing a new suspension system for my car and bug splat. God, I hope I saved that car. So in other words, he had the suspension wig out on him. Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh, I'm sorry, man. So you need this to be in line. All right. That means I have to get creative with building this. Thank you, Buff. I was hoping to get creative with it.
I need one to be always. So that needs to be on. And
Hey, what color am I painting the bearings for this? Brown, just like the frame?
Black, brown, I don't care.
Here you go. Take a look. Brown, just like the frame. Black.
Brown.
So I'm going to actually paint those as I go for once. You know, it's too bad YouTube won't let us do music. It'd be nice to have some background music right about now.
Yeah.
Really would. Okay.
That's interesting. Huh.
So, Interesting says the suspension that I made was almost exactly like your guys' leaf spring, except cut in half and spread out. That'd be interesting to see.
Oh boy, my brain. I'm getting there, Wally.
I believe it.
Problem is, I can't connect a logic gate to an engine. And that's what I need to do.
A logic gate to an engine?
And it won't let me connect the logic gate to the seat either.
Okay. So.
And it won't let me connect a controller to an engine.
What are you trying to do? You need to connect a logic gate to an engine, right?
Yep.
You can't do that now because the timer's connected to the engine. Engines will only accept one source. See the little black arrows?
All right. Try that. Try it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Try it. Connect the logic gate to an engine. The fuck? Why wouldn't it let me do it?
Because you were already connected.
No. I had nothing connected before I tried the timer.
Oh, well weird. Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. All right, you're good. Because I was like, dude, I just did that. I know that it'll work. I don't know what's going on. Let me take a look. That sounded weird.
But I also need... Let me do that. Got that to work. Need the engine to be on though. My brain hurts. I hate thinking. Interesting.
That is the most Buff-like thing I think I've ever heard you say.
I don't know what Moscow M just said.
What do you say? Wow, I really don't know. I like Interesting's response. I gotta work and hello, Russian guy. There you go, Buff. This is what the leaf spring's going to look like on the back end of the truck. Come
Oh, he said hello.
Oh, well, hello to you as well, my friend.
I wonder... I don't know.
There, Buff. That's what it's going to look like on the back end. That's my plan. What do you think? Oh, he says, I got it to work, not I have to work. Dirt. Wally's having moments again. Buffs, I'm so excited. I really hope whatever you just said is correct.
Yeah,
Thank you, Google Translate.
That's exactly what I'm using as translate.
Right.
Is what I said is understand English ? So I posed it as a question.
I hope you did. You probably just told him up yours. Xavier, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Buff. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Come into the game. I've got to show you.
Okay.
I've got to show. We're 2 hours into this, Buff. We can do it. Buff ignores an excited Wally.
Hold on.
To have a crazy conversation with a guy in Russian. That sounds just about like Buff.
I'm greeting him in his language.
I hope you are, dude. I keep saying. I'm greeting him in his language.
Too bad my buddy
that's what I hope you're doing.
Isn't available. He'll tell me exactly what to say. All right. I'm in game.
Just realized it's bolted on wider than it should be. It's going to make a very wide rear end.
That's fine.
Although I should be able to scoot that in one. What do you think?
I like it.
That's going to be how it'll kind of sit. I'm thinking about redoing the center collar here, though. What do you think? So it'll actually hug the pipe a little bit more.
Okay.
What do you think? Right here. You see the center collar around the pipe?
Yeah.
Think it needs to be rebuilt?
Maybe. What are you going to do to it?
Add actual square blocks. Or probably wedges. So that it'll hug the pipe.
Wedges would be best.
Okay. Because I gotta scoot the suspension in. I want to scoot it so that the suspension are in a line underneath the frame itself, not sticking out like they are now. Because I think that'll look better. And it'll only increase the width of the back axles by 1 then, rather than by 2. Which shouldn't be a bad thing, so... Because I gotta snip this, and when I snip this, this whole thing just comes apart. So I gotta split this in 2, split that in 2, and then we'll restructure
Wally,
that.
Real quick.
Yes.
In English, spell Moscow.
M-O-S-C-O-W.
Okay, so that is the English spelling of Moscow. Now, I know this guy is most likely actually Russian because he used the non-Russian alphabet, so the English alphabet for Russian spelling of Moscow, M-O-S-K-O-W.
Well, just remember, buddy, I live near Moscow, Idaho. Yeah, dude, that looks so much better. Look at that.
Oh, Mooch Scooter.
All right.
What was I doing? Ow, brain. Thinking.
You should stop thinking. Come help Wally.
With what?
Wally needs all the help he can get. He's certifiably insane.
You completely scrapped what I had built right here.
Negative. I just needed to build the underframe. After that, we're literally going to pretty much cut off and weld to it.
Okay.
I just needed to build a frame that could accommodate my engine and bullshit, okay? That's what I needed.
Okay.
And you got to admit, for the Tits McGee suspension system in the rear end, hopefully it pays out, right?
Yeah. A lot better backwards, so I need to flip it around. You know, that's always a pain when you have to do that. Interesting.
What do you have? Tell me, while I work, so I don't have to stop.
He has a suspension that works better in the opposite direction that he built it, so he needs to flip it around.
Now, there's one thing I would advise with that. Be careful that it's not working in the opposite direction better because of gravity. That's the only thing I'd say there. But yeah, otherwise, ain't that a bitch. So what do you think of the overall look of these leaf springs, by the way, Buff? Are they up to par for you?
Yeah.
Good. I'm really excited to see your transmission break.
If I can get it to work.
Good color choice on the brown. I think it complements this vehicle rather well. God, could you imagine the suspension system with my differential system? There's not enough room to do that. Not that I'd want to anyway. Ugh. It'd be a nightmare. That'd be a logistics nightmare.
Wally, all I've managed to do so far is create the reverse of a dead man's.
That's not a bad thing.
Hop in here. Just press the button.
Interesting. So it's like almost the reverse of what I've got going on over here with my auto start.
Yeah.
Which I'm so happy works. Look at this, Buff. Auto start, everything's engaged. Oh, I don't have the master power turned on, I bet. Yeah, kill it, kill it, kill it. It's having a heart attack. Kill it. All right, turn on the master power. And check this out, right? So I'm over top my sensor. Engine will start.
I hear nothing.
Just wait.
There it is.
It's got a delay. It's not timed perfectly. It could be timed a lot better, but it's still. And then this engine that's running right now, it'll power the fan, and it'll power the 2 axles.
Nice.
So it'll actually have a use. Oh my god. You realize that fan is going to have some serious freaking torque behind it then? Don't touch the fan like we used to on the Ural, because this one will launch you into space. Suspension with differential? Wally, all I heard in that sentence was lag, laggy, laggity lag. Yeah, there's a reason why I stopped that train of thought. I don't think Buff heard me say it, though. That's the best part.
I did. I'm searching for a majigger.
You're searching for a majigger?
Yeah, I have it around here somewhere.
There. This is what... Buff, the rear suspension is in place. At least the arms. What do you think?
I like them.
Yeah? Okay, so the rear suspension arms are in place. Now I just need to put in place... Okay. I need to put that into place. So...
Alright, I seen it around here somewhere. Ah.
I'm going to build
Wally.
it right here.
Do you remember when we tried to build these?
Build what? Oh my god. Just stop. Just stop. I remember that. That's like the earliest rendition of leaf suspension that we tried, and it was atrocious. Get it away. I'm having shivers and nightmares right now. Stop! Take it away! Take it away! Dude.
Oh, I'm going away. Oh, it's not happy.
Yeah, there's a reason why we quit using them. They were never happy. Ever. Hey, which direction should the, Probably just like that. Yep, just like that. Alright, cool.
Wally, is this truck going to be built today?
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. As soon as I get this done, you can start installing a bed. And that'll give you position for cab. So, basically, fucking... Front axle's going to be here. Pick where you want the cab to be and call it good. I'll work on the rest. This one might not get done today. I'm hoping, but you know. What just broke?
Nothing.
What just, like, shattered into a million pieces like my hopes and dreams?
Nothing. Crap. Where'd it go? Wally, delete the seats. Crap. I need that.
Make sure you put an attachment point. That way, in case it's off, you can reattach it. Here it is, Buff. New wheel hubs in place.
I like it.
I'm gonna paint it now. So yeah, that's the wheel hub for the axle. And the wheel will come right out of that.
Damn it.
Oh, that's actually clever. So, bear in mind, this is the front wheel area, so... Yeah. Actually, Buff, where you had that was probably a pretty sound location. Oh, nice. Lined right up. Oh my god, this is a high rig. Alright, I need to rebuild on this side now. Oh, it would, like, land on its face. Buff, the Roomba hub landed on its face. Thank you. There it is. Rear end is done. Aside from being hooked up to the engines and tuned, that's our suspension.
I like it.
I think it looks...
What you got in mind for the front?
Pretty good. Well, I'm thinking these old trucks had like sort of an outrigger A-frame on them, right? They were outside the cab hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So interesting goes, the suspension I made works a lot better backwards, so I need to flip it around. Interesting suspension with differential. Okay. Holy shit, Wally with the suspension got my buggy from still to max. Holy shit, Wally, this suspension got my buggy from still to max speed in less than 2 seconds. It's a fast bitch. It's under 35 seconds to cross the flat world, but I built it to hold your transmission so it can make it faster.
Nice.
I'm terrified! I'm terrified now. Absolutely terrified.
Lag, laggity, laggity. Still.
Lag, laggity, lag, bitch.
Lag, laggy, laggity, lag.
Alright, so Buff, I am thinking about putting a modified one of these on there. What do you think? I gotta bring this over. I love how we just slowly sort of work our way through this little canyon, just dropping random test projects and random built crap as we go. Oh, that's...
You know what? Interesting. I have yet to time how fast our Ural will make it across.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go do that real quick. Ural. You're gonna go do that? You're gonna leave me? You're gonna abandon me?
I don't have anything to do.
You got the... Is the cab staying that high off the chassis?
I don't know where you want it.
Dude, I'm said. You're the architecture man as far as that goes. I just needed the undercarriage to be a certain way. That's all. That was the only reason why I started doing a difference. Your flat deck with the dump, I really like. Your cab design, I really like. All of it is freaking awesome. I just needed a certain undercarriage to accommodate for that freaking crank start, all right? As long as you are set in stone with that's where you want the cab to be, weld the bitch in place. And I will work from there.
Lower.
All right. Okay, Buff. Look at that. Look how cool that looks already.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to throw a block here and a block here so we can bind a wheel and a wheel. So obviously the suspension is not working right now.
Not strong enough.
Actually, hang on. I'm going to hoist this and crank those to max. Crank the back ones, I'll crank the front.
Okay.
This will be the ultimate test on whether or not this thing takes off like a rocket ship. You ready?
Uh-huh. Nice!
Dude, that... And it doesn't have the downward thrust from the engines yet. And it bounced and settled just like a truck bed should. I feel that that was good. Oh! Oh my god, Buff!
What?
Wheels are flush with the top of the frame. Good call on wheel height.
Thank you.
Good call on wheel height. Dude, this is starting to come together. Look at that. Look at that. So, you want to know the best part? Since those front wheels aren't going to have fenders, I don't have to worry about breaking my front suspension.
Right?
Now, here's a question for you. Street suspension or off-road? These are the street suspension heights. Or the off-roads. Off-roads would be one taller.
Let's go with tall and obnoxious.
Let's do it. All right. You realize I'm going to mount that on the outskirts of your engine hood here?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Looks good, Buff. Hang on. It's moving behind you because I got to lift. Yeah. All right. Good. Looks good so far. So if I need to connect down to here, what is the best way I can do that? Should I use the very front of this, the very nose of the cab as the suspension support? Or should I put them off on the side?
What color brown did you use?
Darkest. Damn, they've got to go on the side. That was just incredibly loud and right behind my head. Holy crap! Oh, I see. You're installing your dump bed again.
Trying to.
Nice. Oh, shit. I totally forgot I have to hook the suspension system up to a modified steering system. Where'd my dune buggy go? Did I ever pull that thing out?
No, not this time.
I need a reference. I think I was going for it, but I just never grabbed it. Wheel level needs to be there, which means swing arm needs to be right there.
Wally, weld it. Do your thing. Weld the thing to the things.
What are you trying to... What's
right.
loose right now?
I don't know. Ah!
What'd you just do? Did you just... Oh,
Right there.
shit, you butchered a... You butchered a transmission arm. Oh, fuck.
A transmission arm?
Suspension arm. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Easy enough fix. Easy enough fix. Get the fuck out of here for
Not
now.
bad, huh?
Well, it's the only way. Because it was a bearing.
Alright, Wally, we have an hour to finish this thing.
This ain't getting finished in an hour. Sorry, guys. This one's going to take a bit. There ain't no way this one's getting finished in an hour. Oops, sorry. Painted part of your deck. Painted the same block of the deck. Where'd that wheel go? Whoa!
Where?
The wheel went all the way over here. I said get out of here, and it took me literally. Alright, release. Alright.
Release what?
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, it's welded in place. Alright, we're set. We're set. Crisis averted, everyone.
What was I trying to delete? I don't remember.
You were trying to delete something in the center here. I'm trying to figure out. So is this flat block on top just connected to the piston? Yes, it was. Okay. Cool. And so now delete your upright blocks as well. Nope, not those, not the corners. You don't got to delete the corners because I only deleted the corners because they were my reference as to where the holes were. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I'm going to pull the bed off, and you need to delete these. See, so you have to weld to the bearings, is what it is.
Ah!
So, we need uprights.
I see what you're doing.
And you need to weld into the bearings. Which we put the bearings on this. So you weld the whole structure to the upper rig. Then we'll take that corner and connect it to this side. Rotate it twice. Bearings light up green. You're attached.
Sweet.
Release the platform and give it a whirl. Make sure it works.
Rocket ship.
Kind of bounced out of there, dude. Yeah. Ah, your controller's...
Oh.
You don't have a controller hooked up.
Yep.
Dump it. Yeah, just hit the... Go for the speed right now. I'd use the fast speed for testing purposes. But that looks good, dude.
How far up did that go?
Here, I'll let you. Do this. For now. Testing purposes. Looks good, dude. Look at that. That just came together in a matter of minutes. Interesting goes, I hit 5 bearings on each wheel for the back wheels. Yep, that's a 5-speed standard transmission. That's good.
Hey,
that's good.
Interesting. If you're trying to build our transmission, just, and you're having issues,
download the rat
If
rod.
you haven't already, download our hot rod and use that as example.
Yeah, that's true. It's prime and ready. We are going to have to wind up cutting the front suspension off. Can you lift it? Or do you want me to?
I can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Wheel down. Can you lift it slightly, please? Thank you. It's kind of cool. I think this one stands a chance at being cooler than the Ural, dude. This has a pretty good chance at being cooler than the Ural. It really does. Can you lift? Thank you.
I'm just waiting here patiently.
Oh, are you waiting on me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This bar is almost done. There's a lot that goes into these suspension systems. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Taker Hay says there should be a single leaf spring in the front going across the 2 wheels. What makes you say that, Taker?
I'm curious.
Oh, by the way, good morning, Ground Medic.
Good morning.
X-Rage Gaming, hello. Sorry, I'm reading up and bouncing back and forth between the game as it goes. Oh, I don't know if you read it, Wally, but Interesting did design a rat rod.
Nice. Yeah,
and just to reiterate, viewers,
up on that a little bit.
We are doing a car show / car kind of week. So we are taking submissions to either Wally or myself.
Sorry, Buff. I'm trying to figure out how to do this without changing the height. Would you be overly bothered if the front of the truck was one higher?
Up to you.
No, I'm asking you, dude.
No, not really.
Okay. Oop. Now I need that height back. Oh, shit. Alright, I will fiddle with that another day. Because we got to paint these depending upon whatever paint scheme we go for the truck with. How's that for a suspension arm for the front? What do you think?
Good.
That will angle down. There's that. Reverse. First. Second. Oh, cool. There you are, Buff. One suspension arm, which I can't tell if it's flush with the front wheels or not. It is. there you go. What do you think? Front suspension rim. Let me throw this up right here. That way we can just tether in, and I can show you real quick. Boom. 30 degrees. Drop it. Is it not active? Oh. There you go. What do you think? Yay, nay. Completely redesign it, you worthless fuck.
No, I like it. We had issues with that steering combo transmission drive thing like that on your dune buggy, remember?
What did we have? Oh shit, it collided.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a valid point. It's a very valid point. It looks cool, but it's kind of... That's... Oof. 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 I just designed a failed system. It sits kind of high, doesn't it? I like what you're doing more than what I'm doing. I can design a box. We know that. Interesting says, I think I'm going to redesign your transmission and make it an automatic. That's in the works from us as well, so I'd be curious to see what you could come up with. Buff's got plans.
Yep.
Ah, shit. So I've just kind of fucked the front end. How do I do this without destroying it? The only foreseeable thing I could think we could do was make it so that it's not a front wheel drive. Do you think it needs front wheel drive?
Nope.
You're like, it's a luxury they necessarily didn't have back in the day on one of them old trucks. What the hell just happened?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Oh, it's not on a lift right now. The suspension collapsed. Uno momento. I'm gonna try and relift it with you on it. That ain't gonna work. The frickin' suspension collapsed, dude.
I'm definitely not having as much fun with this build as I was.
I'm sorry. I feel like that's my fault. I killed a concrete block. Don't suppose you have a concrete block, do you? Nope, not there. Not.
Where do you need it?
The truck has sprung a case of pox. Oh my god. Buff, you sarcastic bastard. Just like, where do you want it? You punk. Alright, this suspension's going to go a lot quicker because I'm not trying to account for the under suspension, which was the main factor in delaying the first build. I can tell you're wanting to go ham at this thing architecturally, but you need me to finish the frickin' wheels. I can just tell by the way that I feel like your character's breath on my back. It's like, fuck, dude! I feel the pressure!
Mm-hmm.
Well, your hopes and dreams are almost answered.
I'm actually getting to the point of tired of uselessness. Lee knows what I'm talking.
Done.
All right, Wally, do your door thing.
My door thing? What do you mean my door thing?
The door thing. The buttons with the door and the open and closing.
What do you think?
I like it.
I want to...
I don't like how you have that controller.
No, that's a temporary placement. It will be remedied. Don't you worry about that, my good friend. Remedied. Just like how this engine isn't going to be permanent, but I want to see what the suspension's going to look like. Actually functioning, rather than sagging all to hell in the back. What do you think?
I like it.
Boom! How about that? Actually, doesn't look half bad.
I've seen prettier looking things.
Oh, dude, we got a long way to go on it yet. It's kind of an ugly rust bucket right now. It's going to have a beautiful restoration job when it's done. Look at how much the suspension sinks in the back end. That's great, dude.
Slowly dying.
It slowly sags down. I almost want to just throw an engine in it, throw some bearings on the fucker thing, and see how it handles. So, do you have a logic gate in there for doors? Because you want me to do the thing so we can open doors on the outside and from the seats, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to be able to get in. We'll do this. Does it have a high enough cab to sit in the inside?
Nope, ejecto-cedo.
It's got an ejection seat pattern as well. Son of a bitch. How am I supposed to get in there? Shit. Oh, dude, I like your center hinge door.
Thank you.
I love the center hinge. Okay, all right. Buff. I'm going to have to design this, and it's going to have to come from the outside for a hot moment.
Okay. You're going to have to lower your pedestal. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Because obviously we want the wiring to be in the inside, right?
I don't care.
Alright. Alright. So, we need 2 controllers. Which we could disguise as batteries, frankly.
We could. These trucks did have like 2 batteries.
So, I'm just going to stick these right here for now. We'll call that good in a minute. Which means I need logic gates, which also means why not just hide these in these beautiful pockets of frame rail? So we need a switch on the inside and a switch on the outside of the door, please. You have your switch on the outside?
Here, let's get rid of it. Oh, add that.
You are clear. Test your door.
Okay.
Thank you for observing a flaw. You are clear. Test your door.
All right.
And another logic gates. And we're going to have to pretty this thing up pretty hardcore, but
Oh yeah.
we just want to get
I feel like we
functional
already
now.
Yeah. I feel like we already have the basis idea for down because of
the Ural. You know, we're basically making an antique Ural.
Yeah. And
you
the Ural's already an
understand
antique.
that, right? Yeah, it is true. You're good to go? I'm sorry, I forgot to program that the fact that the door should open. It can think now. Oh, this one doesn't have a... This one doesn't have a frame down the,
What? I knew something didn't look right.
Door should be 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. 1, 2. Yeah, the door's correct width. I just don't think you have your... Oh yeah, you just don't have the you just don't have the bar going up from the door. So you just need to put 2 on the end of the door. I'm gonna slap an engine in this sucker. And for now, we're just going to do WASD controls. does need to be lifted because there is I gotta tack on the back wheels. Can you do that?
What am I doing?
Lift it.
Oh.
Thank you. Back wheel tacked on. Back wheel tacked on. Front wheels are in play. Engine to that bearing of the back wheels. And engine to that bearing of the back wheels. Buff, your vehicle is ready for driving.
Yay!
I think.
Maybe.
Steering might be backwards in it. I'm gonna turn on your rear suspension. You don't have a seat in here for me.
I had one. Somebody.
Your suspension's fixed. I'm gonna throw in my seat. And we need to tether the inside switch to the seats. You can now open and close your door while sitting.
Alright, let's go for a ride.
Okay, Buff.
I have no forward.
You have no forward. Oh, the engine isn't powered up. 1 second, stand by. It has Ural power. Drive bearings are facing opposite directions. Check.
Goddamn it, Wally.
You know how long it's been since I've designed something that wasn't a transmission base? This is the first time we've ever had one that every single wheel right now is on suspension. There is no such thing.
No, something doesn't like us.
It's the very front.
Wally's...
It's the very front. I'm gonna have to... I'm going to have to swap the position of suspension because they aren't liking being that close to solid. It's actually driving pretty well, though. How's the back feel?
It's smooth. Increase engine power.
Are we talking suspension engine power or engine?
Engine. Drive engines.
And I am going to weaken suspension engine power just a touch. It's got hydraulics! Oh my god, that's great. Okay, you know what? If I go down one further, we kind of sag too much, so I'm going to leave it right there. You're max engine right now.
Oh! Whoops! Why did I press the spacebar? I think, ride-wise, this is competitive for the Ural.
Dude, I'm watching those back-end suspensions right now. They're acting just like the front, except a lot stiffer. Those are behaving really well. Although I found one thing I want to change with the coupler on the bottoms. Okay, Buff, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you even want to make it drive shaft driven? Or are you liking how it's handling now?
I like how it's handling now.
Dude, it's hauling ass.
Yeah, it is.
And it's only a rear wheel. Okay, stop for a moment. Because of the way that this is built right now, I'm going to spoil you by doing something that won't be possible in the final build. Unless we get really tricky with it.
Four-wheel drive. Yeah.
Dude, look how cool that rear suspension looks. Oh my god! Okay, so the four-wheel, you have... I don't know what just happened to me! I'm stuck! It's eating me alive! Buff, help!
I'm working on it.
Help!
That is something we cannot... That is something we rarely do in the Ural.
But that's because the Ural has such a wide, big, fat ass. And so much more lower center of gravity. Like, this thing has a higher center of gravity than the Ural!
Lag.
That's just because you rammed everything right then. Everything just got rammed. You drove us into the frickin' main yard. Oh, you know what happened from the time that you corrected it last? You didn't have your rear suspension.
Oh.
Interesting, says Wally and Buff. That is a beautiful beast of a truck. I am glad you approve.
I really like flipping this thing over, don't I?
Recently, yeah. Can you get it to crawl itself back up?
I don't know. Maybe if I roll it some more?
Shall I correct it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna correct it. I need to get around to the other side. Oh, shit, son. Let me activate your rear suspension. And I'm going to drop your max speed down by 1. Make it just a touch more controllable for you. The front suspension is definitely broke.
Yeah, it does not like you.
It's because it's too close to solid.
And when I accelerate, it hyperextend. I accelerate, it hyperextends it, and it doesn't like that. You know, this is pretty nice.
Okay.
Other than the...
I know I was a bit of a dick and made you wait a lot today, but was the wait worth it?
No.
What?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm injured. Oh god, you flipped it. Okay. Oh shit, I'm stuck again. Oh, hang on. Nope, crap, I can't. Okay, there we go. I got a thought. Right. I got a thought here. I'm gonna do something. I don't know if that'll help. I love how much prep work has to go into this damn truck. So, Buff, if there's one consolation, it is this. The end result of this one is going to be engine-powered, not motor-powered. So,
I like how this thing handles. We definitely come up with some strange ideas and force us to make it work.
Dude, just watching this rear suspension, it just... Are you trying to make it a rock crawler? Because you're succeeding. Hammy says, I thought you were making a crank start vehicle. This is true. We might have to make 2 versions of this. This might have to be a Ural competitor and...
a 1920s Ural.
Buff, I just thought of something.
Huh.
The Ural's just using bearings on its rear end.
Yeah.
Should we put the leaf spring suspension on a Ural?
We very well could.
Is it handling well?
Ejectocito!
Right? Is it handling well? Like, I'm curious,
Yeah.
dude. I kind of want to drive this son of a bitch now.
Drive it.
Alright.
I'm actually gonna dip out early. I'm way too tired.
All right, you gotta do something for me here, though, real quick.
I'm here.
This is gonna be the last thing that we do for the guys tonight, because we're gonna have to go and we're gonna have to do some serious testing, and I gotta fix the front end, and we got shit to do. But I want you to watch the suspension as we drive. Okay, watch the fronts, watch the rears, and just tell me what you think. You destroyed my engine power. Holy crap, that was the slowest. Okay, what'd you put it to?
You'll see. Not maximum.
Is it one less?
Yep.
Like, look at the front suspension and look at the rear suspension, and just look how they're handling.
I like them.
Dude, out here on these bumps is where the Ural even starts to feel rough.
Yeah.
You ready for this? What the fuck is wrong with the steering? Alright, here we go. Dude, this thing's taking bumps like a champ.
What happened right there?
Too much forward acceleration. Dude, look at how much it bounces.
Hold on.
You gonna kill my rear suspension?
No. Aerodynamics are a thing, so... Let's see what that does. Drive, Wally!
This is stupid. Really?
Transfer of weight.
Oh my god, there's no steering weight!
Yeah, it's all drive weight. Forcing more load onto load.
Oh shit! I wasn't watching where I was going! Come on, you pig.
What are you?
Oh, I was trying to flip it. It's done. It's tip turtle. It's dead. The suspension's having a heyday. Alright, dude. I want to try to drive this without rear suspension. It's so squatty. Dude, it's so rough.
No, yeah.
Holy crap, it
like
bounces so much more.
Axle.
This is what it's like driving the Ural. Dead axles.
This thing definitely hauls, though.
On this straight, flat stretch right here, dude, it says straighter so much better than the other thing, too. And it's probably faster than our freaking transmission-driven Roadster. But it doesn't turn for crap. Doesn't like turning. Not without any freaking rear suspension. Really doesn't like turning. No. Do we want to super flat it? Because this is just going to destroy that Roadster. You realize that, right? We need to make just like a flat road for speed testing.
Alright, Wally. I'm ready. I think.
I'm just going to anchor the back end on the wall.
Okay.
I will admit the Roadster looks damn cool. I can't wait to make this thing look that cool. Oh, dude, you know what it needs? Pipes.
Oh, yeah. You're totally right.
All right, Buff. My body is ready.
Yep.
My spirit is willing.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, mark.
Ah! Steering control.
It can stay straight so well. Oh my god, dude. The suspension on this thing just makes it take these bumps like it's nothing. Okay. This makes me...
Oh, I broke suspension.
Alright, well, I'm turning around to come back to you. Go back to the wall, pull out a Ural.
Stay over there.
Okay.
Just go to the next wall.
Were you grinding the wall because your suspension's broke?
Yep.
Dude, we should load that thing up on the back of this. It even drives well in reverse. I still think the Ural's probably going to win. So there's one thing we got to do with this, though. We got to set the engines to the same torque. Two from the top. Got it.
Actually, so much bigger.
You know what? I'm going to max him. Is the Ural bigger?
Yes.
Oh my god, it is! For now. Oh shit, hang on, I gotta max mine. Alright, let's go up to the front wall, or just right from here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm just watching the Ural fly through the friggin' air. I can't turn away from the rock! The fatal flaw of the work truck.
Yep. Back end definitely needs that suspension, though.
You think the back end of the Ural needs leaf spring?
Yep. Because remember, we built and tried to perfect the Ural. Spring was available, so we settled for a dead axle. Oh yeah.
This is very true. We did totally settle for a dead axle.
Never mind. I'm back up. Didn't even have to get out.
We did that. We did that long before the leaf spring was perfected, didn't we? Although I don't know how I'm going to do a double axle leaf spring. That's going to be a challenge. This one doesn't want to turn. It doesn't have enough weight in the front to turn it, dude.
Nope. It's alright. The back is just as light. Weight is on the fork anyway. You're sitting there like, throttle. Throttle. Sorta throttle. It's got retarded amounts of horsepower. It gives it to you when you don't want it. When you want it, it ain't got it.
That's not even horsepower, dude. Horsepower sells cars. Torque wins races. The Ural is so much bigger. I just want you to get out and come to the front and just respect this for a moment.
I can get out.
Holy crap, dude. The Ural is such a beast.
Dwarfs our other truck. Wheelbase is the same, though.
Yeah, like, you realize the wheelbase on almost all of our vehicles is the same?
Mm-hmm.
The front suspension on this one really does a nice job of keeping the whole thing upright, though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I almost don't want to screw with it.
Literally, my front suspension right here on the Ural is the only thing keeping that monster
from tipping over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it balances.
Like, you get rid of those two suspensions right there, and just,
it
nothing.
does, dude. That was the worst thing. We had the hardest time doing that, because at first we were using streets. We had to upgrade them to the sports.
Yeah.
We didn't know we didn't think we were going to have the room.
But we did.
Oh my god, look at these. Look at these. These are like, these are suddenly... Okay, hang on, Buff. Hang on.
You pulling out the car? The car is wider than the truck.
Are these the only things that we have actually fully built?
Yes.
We should finish this thing. I love it! The little pod! Which means, we gotta pull out mine as well, then. That thing took forever to get anywhere.
I know, but the backflip, dude.
The backflip was amazing. We should try and salvage some of that footage.
Alright, I gotta get rid of mine. Lag machine. Here, real quick, Wally. Pull out your tool and show them how much bullshittery there is in my cube.
So, here we go. This was my creation for a video that failed. This was the train. This is the Ural. This is the truck. Pretty simple for right now. This is the transmission-driven monstrosity of a Buff. I just realized, pull out your tool and look at this, because I have the engine, because I have the wiring going down to those pistons. It makes them look like pistons. That literally looks
totally
like a V8.
does.
That's cool. And then this is his monstrosity. There's so much more complicated wiring here than yeah, that's...
I'm just waiting for somebody to say something in chat about it.
Hammy says the blue one looks like a school bus from the front. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It kind of does. Buff, we need to build a school bus chassis for the Ural now. Alright, so the train is awesome. We need to finish more projects, dude. That's our thing. We need to finish more. We get all these awesome ideas, like the Albatross isn't even skinned. But look at this. These three right here are probably our best three. The Blue Ribbon Roadster, the truck, the Ural. Dude, I bet you... How wide is this? Dude, you could totally fit a Roadster grill on the front of the truck.
Probably.
How big is the vent? I was looking at that earlier. The ventilation one.
It's too big. And it's even based.
The slitted vent. Oh,
Even based.
you looked at it. Damn. All right. So I'm deleting the roaster. And we gotta race these pigs. Turn on my suspension. Can your Ural say that it has to turn on its suspension?
I can say it has 6-wheel drive.
I can say screw me. Alright, Buff, are you ready?
Yep.
3,
Oh, you've been it.
2, 1, mark! Oh my god.
Lag! Are you getting lag too?
Yep. You realize these are going to be the same speed. They're maxed engine based. So it's just going to be up to which one handles better. And I can't steer to avoid the rocks. I can't steer to avoid the rocks.
The Ural doesn't care about rocks.
The Ural can just vault them, dude. But this thing actually handles the bumps really well.
I'm getting so much lag. Like 1 second I'm 90 degrees perpendicular.
Alright, so when we reach the other side, we're going to have to switch vehicles and go back. And that'll conclude tonight's stream.
Oh! I'm a space cadet, Wally.
That is true. Like, the very first renditions of the Ural had leaf spring suspension. Dude, it benefits a lot from these big fat dualies in the back.
Yep, see, there I am. Teleported into another rock. Why not just pick it up and turn it around?
Because
tree.
it's so much more fun to just...
Wally. I like trees.
Oh
this
my
tree
God.
is mine. You cannot have my tree.
Matthew,
Stop looking at my tree.
Matthew says, I found a Wii in my basement. Been messing with it. Excited I caught this. Dude, it looks like that thing is trying to hug the tree.
It's my tree.
Oh my
Stop
God.
looking at my tree. Stop looking at my tree. Leave my tree alone. It's my Mom. It won't leave my tree alone.
Dude, it's hugging it. You hooked the bumper through the tree.
I don't even know how. The tree came out of nowhere.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then Matthew says, how's that turning radius treating you? Well, currently that truck has no weight in the front end, so it sucks.
It sucks.
Doom world.
Peter.
Alright, Buff. Oh, you grabbed it. Okay. I was just doing the same thing. Alright, shutting that door. Your suspension is already on. Oh, those are lights. Oh, that's fan. Oh, there's door.
The
Okay.
last one.
Why are you getting the passenger?
Because I couldn't get in the driver's seat.
Really? Dude, use the door.
The door wouldn't open. Same issue as the Euro. All right,
Oh,
back all the
really?
way up.
All right.
All right, I'm there. Ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The ragdoll physics.
I can already tell you this thing doesn't handle as smoothly.
Nope. I'm
Dude,
just trying not
that
to flip
thing-
this one.
Dude, that thing just hauls. This one's just clunking around and
This
banging
is just
up.
gliding over the bumps. I think, Wally, I
This
think
one-
with this truck right here, we invented what we need to perfect and release our Euro.
Very possible. Dude, yeah, this just keeps sending the ass end of the Ural up in the air.
Yep.
It's so much slower over these bumps, dude. You're barely in render distance now.
Rock.
Like, I'm avoiding the rocks, okay.
And wall.
Yeah, dude. I'm avoiding the rocks, okay. It's these bumps.
That works too.
Ah! Let's not crash the game because I don't think either of us have saved the truck.
No, we have not.
It's probably something we should do. I got you.
The truck.
I'm gonna save it real quick.
Yeah, let me save the truck.
There we go. Okay, so Matthew is actually the guy.
What'd you name it?
I named it Truck.
I'm gonna name it the truck.
Okay. So Matthew is actually the guy that really wanted to see the albatross fly.
All right.
Are you feeling up to an albatross run back to our main
let's
base
go to
before we log off?
Oh, on this map
Yeah.
with all the lag?
There's not a
Okay.
lot. Is there a lot of lag for you?
Not anymore, because I got rid of the truck.
Okay, good.
All
All right.
I'm moving.
So here comes the albatross. There's
Are we
one-
gonna show everybody the complicated? Just not run them through it. Just the brain melting wiring.
You want to see the brain melting wiring? That's the albatross. The second most complicated thing is the Ural, but that's the albatross. My God, is it mean? Okay. Put that crap away.
I forgot what does what.
Keep the blue light off. Make sure you shut the blue light off.
I forgot what does what.
Just hit buttons till you turn that blue light off. That's your auxiliary thrust packs. You do not want those on. Oh, that's my landing gear.
Wally, you know how long it's been since we've flown? I don't even remember the controls for this.
Oh, that's the extra height. Okay, Buff, 1 through 4 for you should be ignition controls, right? Oh, so number 1 is up and down. Number 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 for me are ignition controls.
It's 4 through 7 for me.
Okay. And then, what's your auxiliary forward thrusters? Number 2?
Yep.
Yep, number 2. Alright, so you have that pack. Alright, so kill your engines. Or leave them on, actually, if you're feeling comfortable. Give it a flight check for stability. Alright, stability controls seem to be working. How's our turning? Let me pull us away from the wall here. It has god-awful slow drive wheels, but it needed them. Dude, the pre-flight check for this thing is insane. Buff, I am ready to go. I'm ready for flight. Are you?
Ready for flight.
Bringing primary thrust packs online. Primary thrust packs are online. Lift is at your mark. We have lifts. Retracting landing gear. We're past the warning zone. You have pitch and side to side. So pitch and yaw. Yep, you have pitch and yaw at your command. I've got roll. It has been too long since we brought this thing out, dude.
This thing is... I forgot how stable it was.
Someday we need to skin this. Are you going for a barrel roll? Because I'll barrel roll us. Should I? Alright, buddy. Hang tight.
Hey, Wally, what was
tip us forward, tip us forward, tip us forward. Okay, okay, alright. I'm sorry, what was your what?
What was my auxiliary again? Auxiliary up.
The blues, whenever you turn on the blue, it turns on the third thruster pack for lifting vehicles.
Right.
Alright, here we go, boys. A barrel roll. It's so stable. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. Alright, our base is immediately right. Just past these broken mountains. See the valley down there with the rock? By the way, this thing, guys, is designed to be driven in first person, so full control and everything. What did you just activate?
My seat?
Oh, shit. Okay. Let's do it.
Wally.
Hang out at the bottom with the seats.
Just on the other side of this mountain. Right?
It's just below us. It's right here in this valley. Yeah, it's right in this valley. Oh, Jesus, buddy. I'll spin us one way, some way. I can't tell.
Landing gear.
Okay.
I'm cutting my lifters.
Alright, sounds good. I just deployed the auxiliaries for it, so. Tip us forward. Tip us forward. We're coming in too hot. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay, cutting.
We've had smoother.
We've had way smoother. You let that nose go up a little bit much for that one. But she landed. She landed without an earth-shattering kaboom. That's impressive for us.
Well,
That's
I don't think
impressive.
This is our map.
No, our landing pad it's right up this gulch.
Oh, okay.
Shall we just navigate? Give me auxiliary thrusters forward.
Wally, you have the extra height in the back.
Oh boy! Oh boy! I have the extra height in the back? Oh, for what? See, here's base.
Okay.
Cut those thrusters, dude. We're gonna slide downhill if we don't.
Not designed to land on things.
Not designed to land on uneven surfaces, but I bet you, as soon as that back end kicks down, and I don't do that, this thing's gonna flop over and... Oh, retract up. Go back up in the cockpit. Yeah, there we are. We were dragging. That's the part of the problem. The nose is dragging hard.
All right. That was the Albatross. Quick flight,
thing's a
quick introduction.
Pig to drive, dude. Absolute pig.
And it
to
does
fly.
require 2 people.
Yep, it can't be flown without 2. So he says, hanging out of the bottom literally made me laugh out loud. Good, that's what we're for. So
Where are you reading that? That's not in our comments.
yeah, it is.
Oh, maybe
You're just up higher.
no, like maybe it just wasn't loading. Aha! No, I just haven't had anything been loading for like the last hour.
I see. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. We all got to see the truck, or the birth thereof, the truck. And Buff and I are going to have a lot of fun finishing this up and getting it to you guys. This suspension system, the leaf spring, turns out it works really well. We're going to look forward to making this sucker start, run, and drive as it should. And
You know, Wally,
yeah,
the physical, like actual mechanical that we create, say the suspensions, is just as complicated as some of the wiring that we have to do.
it is. Yeah, I mean, you look at. Yeah, dude. I mean, it got
took you like
complicated.
2 hours to figure out this.
The suspension, yeah. It's not easy all the time, so. I apologize for a very dull stream in a little bit. Or what was mostly a dull stream of us fucking around. Primarily Wally fucking around trying to figure out wiring and mechanics for things. So I apologize for that, but we have this to look forward to. Buff has an awesome tilt deck design that he's implementing, which I almost think we should extend the bed and increase the tilt angle so that it actually touches the ground. And we can drive other cars up on top of it.
Well, actually, this is for a dump. I actually want to put, tire racks underneath the bed right here that will slide back and drop down. That way we drive the car up onto it.
I like your thinking. I really do. We're gonna have fun with this. This is gonna become something beautiful. So we'll probably delete the dualies off of it just to keep with the authenticity of the small tires. I don't know if we're gonna keep like this or give it the transmission and the drive axles and some other stuff. We'll find out. But for right now, though, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching and coming and hanging out with us today. It means an awful lot. We certainly do it for you, and we absolutely can't do it without you. So, thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. 2 a.m. Wednesday night UTC. Thank you all for watching.
Have a good night.